Oh no, I've I've invited some people to here, Nuke. So they want to see me this way. So,
Hey, that's you and
but,
your ship, man.
yeah,
That's
if you want to turn me on to audio only, go ahead and do that, Nuke.
whom well no, we covered that. What advice would you give that's a difficult one for brothers, but um I'll just say a single parent. The question is written, what advice would you give to a single mom, that's dealing with a child that may be, struggling academically or behavioral issues?
Um, Opt in to information, right? That's my mantra for 2021, right? You got a problem, Google it. Google something, you're gonna get some ideas. So at least it gets the wheels to turning. But most times, and again, it goes back, shout out to Tori because he was in the financial literacy and credit restoration business with me. So if anybody's listening now, you have less than optimal credit, if you have less than a 750, you need to connect with me because you're spending money that you don't need to spend because of your 3-digit score. But with that being said, that that single that single mom needs to what she needs to do is focus on her credit, because focusing on her credit will give her options. And if she gets those options, she probably needs to then make a way to move out of probably that environment that she's in. If she has that kid working through so much in that particular environment, change the environment. Doesn't mean it's 100% foolproof, but change the friends, change the network, change the people these around, etc. And it gives him a shot, and puts him in a different space. And the reality is, oftentimes with these people in the neighborhood, there's some money coming through their hands. So it's not like, a lot of times you move out to these suburbs, it ain't like you can still go find you a 2-bedroom that's still $800.
Oh yeah.
But it's just in the suburbs.
Right.
So again, opt into that information, get your credit in order, create some options for yourself, and then change the environment for a kid. And you start there. It's important. That's a simple fix, man. Sometimes these problems that we have, they're not as complex as you think, but usually the parent needs to tighten up some things in their world, to actually put their kids in play.
Man, appreciate that. That's one that we asked all the brothers and even the sisters. We only had one sister to sit here so far. I see your podcast, boy. That's all you be doing is having sisters on there. So, funnel some of them our way so we can get them on the Self Luv Show. Good news.
I definitely will. Definitely. No, shout out. I definitely will, man. I mean, the ladies are usually they locked in. They're locked in, and so no, I definitely I talked, like I told you, talked to a young sister yesterday. She's created an Airbnb business, man. Like that shit feeds me, bro. She created Airbnb business, I think, over the last. So her course now shows you how to build an Airbnb business, whether you own the property or you don't. Right. So I may reach out to somebody who has a property downtown and say, hey, if you've ever thought about Airbnb in your joint, and I may bring this to them, tell them the benefits, tell them what the income stream could be, et cetera. And so now I'm marketing your crib for you and just say, hey, we got a booking. So this weekend, why don't you go do this? But I'm about to get you $800. So go get a hotel and spend $150. And now you're up $650. Like, ball game. You know what I'm saying? Game over. So I've just helped that person now pay 40% of their, mortgage for the month, or 35% by putting them in the Airbnb business. But I didn't own anything. I just came with them, set it up for them, told them what needs to happen, et cetera. And so there's plenty of people out here, man. And so that's why I do love the podcasting thing, because it gives me a chance to connect with so many people and connect with folks that they're in different lanes than you may be in. And a lot of times that's what we don't realize. Like I always tell, I was telling my team yesterday on a weekly call that we do, is that if this type of stuff isn't bubbling up in your circle, it's going to be hard for you to win. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to have people in your circle. This is what they do, because now you're picking up on, oh, wow, tell me more about that. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about that. Like you got to continue to get this information, man, because for so long that information has been held from us and it hasn't been readily available. Like a lot of times in the credit business, we talk about people are like, well, man, I didn't learn this growing up or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, because that's why mom and dad couldn't just Google credit. Like, it was like, how the hell would they find out how credit is the scoring model? Like, I don't even know if that was available back then. So they had to just make a
it was fluid. It's still fluid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, but now at least you can go to YouTube, watch hours and hours of videos.
Facts.
You can watch so much. And so now that the information's out here, you just got to want it. If you want the information.
So would you say ignorance is a choice?
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Like even now, there's so many things, you see cats storm the Capitol, I get it, man. America's always been set up against us, but motherfuckers are complicit.
Man, and lazy.
Motherfuckers are complicit. And I get it, the way you grew up and this and that, whatever. But if you want to change this situation,
you can.
The best time to change your situation.
Man.
And it's gonna
why do you say this is the best time?
Just because it's
because of the access to the information.
I told you about the Airbnb chick. Like, I created a podcast from y'all, from people that was in my circle. Like, okay, Mills, you know about this, Tori, I can do a podcast with Tori about production and this and that. And there's going to be some people who find value in that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And so with that sort of opportunity that's out there, you can go find information on whatever it is that you want and then monetize that information. Like this young lady, watch me, brother, watch me. I'm going to tell you. So today is January 6th, 2021. Don't know this young lady. She found me because of my podcast. She's going to be a guest on my podcast, but I'm going to drill her about the Airbnb business to see what she knows. And probably in 12 months, you'll be like, damn, KB's doing Airbnb. Didn't know how to do that business a couple of days ago, but now that I'm in tune with her, I'm going to get the information and then I'll roll it out. And now that'll be a stream of income for me that I did not have.
And just from this process, I'm kind of feeling you on that 100%, Noop. Because just by us going through this process, Self is mentioning how it's expansive. And you start talking to people, and I might be talking to, say, Brother Stallings about, football, and he's passionate about that in a way that I could never be. And because of his passion, he's going to have a lot more information. And he's going to be willing to share the information. Right. Yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah. It's funny what you said about your team and putting people in the right lanes, because you're JB. JB is man.
Excellent at that.
Yes. I didn't get a chance to really work with you on the yard, within the fraternity, because I was out and you was in. But man, your brother, he was magnificent at that. Like, look, Mills and Tori at the MP all the time. We're gonna put them in charge of the athletics in the frat.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's a chess player in that way.
Definitely.
But it's always very cool because we're alike, but we're very different too. Like I need him because I need him because he sets structure for me, because I'll just be an all-out go-getter. You know what I'm saying? But he set structure for me to make me maybe think once or twice about, okay, you said that, what do you think? He won't do the things that I do, right? Because that's not necessarily in him. But he'll set the guidance. He'll give me a framework to kind of work within. And, that's the dopest thing about my brother and my mom. My dad, not as much, because he passed when I was 24. But man, they co-sign everything I do, bro. Like they co-sign everything. And, some people don't have people that support them. I remember when I first left CDW, and I was six-figure. I'm a young black kid talking about I'm leaving a six-figure type income, but neither one had a long conversation at all. Like, okay.
Yeah, nobody gave you a big rundown about how that's stupid. And
like, okay, exactly. And that means everything to the entrepreneur.
No doubt.
And I'm gonna tell you how life is. Hold that thought. So CDW, I bet if you look back on it now, some of those cats that had that position you had got let down, they downsized, and you probably wouldn't have had that bag anyway. But go ahead, Self. What was you about to say?
Damn it. I went with you and I forgot.
My bad.
Damn, it's all right. It happens. I'll think of it. But your brother always likens me and you. He say we are a whole lot alike.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I see it some ways. I've discovered more during this conversation. How?
Yeah.
I saw it right away when he said it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the outside of both of y'all. So I saw it right away when he said it, just by how KB rolled when he hit the yard. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was observant, you know, and you know, wasn't doing a lot of yapping, but you could tell he didn't have no female dog in him. You knew he didn't have any female dog in him. You know what I'm saying? And he was about his business. Excluding knowledge. Beckham.
Real quick, Neil. You know,
go ahead, bro.
To drive in on that, at the end of the day, towards your heart, like you're a good through and through type cat. That's just, your heart is so rock solid and so real, you know, from the 9 type, you know, whatever. I think that's what he talks about, because for me, there's plenty of times that I could have just ran off with the bag and just, when you ask me about pink folks, man, I'm tied into so many Jewish cats that can look out for me and plug me in. I remember when I was doing real estate, bro. Real estate was a concept. I never, you know, I had property, but I didn't know what to do in rehab. I had a cat, man, that wrote me $130,000 check in 2005 because I told him, this is what I'm doing and I can make it happen. And I know you're not tapping into these areas, so I know you love stock market, but I can give you something else. And man, the man gave me $130,000.
Did you hear that, Self? Yeah. Well, he didn't give it to him, but he invested it in you. But
that's the investment.
yeah.
With that, and so part of me, whatever I get, I just can't leave nobody behind. You know, people, what's up with you and Lil Rel? Man, I did what I was supposed to do for Lil Rel. I took what I had. That man loved what he do. I don't really want to. I don't want to deal with, you know, no disrespect to gay cat. I'm not in that lane. You know, I don't want to deal with the whole Hollywood. I wanted that man to achieve though, because I knew that's what he wanted, and I knew I had some things that could help him get to that level, and I'm gonna be all right. Now, if he want to come back, and a lot of guys were like, you know, so I'll say it here. I got like, man, Rel shit. I was getting ready to open up a performance venue in Lansing earlier in 2020. Guess who my biggest investor was?
Yeah, no doubt.
So it don't have to come the way that people think it needs to come.
Of course.
And so at the end of the day, I think that's where we tie in, Tori, is that our hearts, if I know it, if I got it, if I got access to it, I'm gonna put some other people on. It ain't just for me. When I go first, I go first, so I can then go tell whoever wanna listen. I went first, and here it is. And that's what he sees, I think, about me and you, is just the pureness of who we are as real cats out here.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah, I haven't heard any misinformation coming from Self Love. You know what I mean? What he feels, he says. You know, if he doesn't feel it, he doesn't say.